Hey guys, it's Churches, Graveyards and Graves. It's a little bit sunny at the moment, but I am here at St Michael's in Willington, and I've brought you over to show you this particular grave. It's a grave from the 19th century, and it's just full of Freemason symbolism. So we're going to try and explain some of it. Not that I'm an expert on Freemasonry symbols, but if anyone is and they'd like to help me and comment on some of it, then that would be fantastic. But this particular grave has got a lot of them. So I'm just going to go and try and explain a bit of it and just show you this grave, because it's beautifully sculptured and it's really, really interesting. And in every graveyard you often get some Masonic graves, but this one in particular has got a lot of symbols on it. So we're going to start and I'm going to show it you and try and explain some of it to you. So here we go. This is the grave. So this is the grave. It's a ledger grave, and it is firstly to the John Beale, and it's got a bit of an epitaph here which we can read. It says, John Beale, who, if we were to estimate his life by the services he has rendered to his family and friends, might be truly said to have lived to an old age, although it pleased God to take him hence when but a little beyond his prime on the 21st day of August 1816. And this is also his wife here on the right hand side. But what I want to show you is some of the symbolism. So we're going to start off with this. Now I have got my dog, so if things go wayward, you know why. And we've got a bit of vine here. So this is the most common symbol in Freemasonry, and this is the square and the compass. So the compass is denoted to show honesty and integrity, and you can just see that. Hopefully you can see that. And the square here shows wisdom, and how beautifully carved they are. And underneath you can see there's this lovely coffin as well, which actually says on it more, and then you've got a scythe and an arrow. So obviously the scythe is the reaping of the harvest, and the arrow often represents the soul has been taken away. And so that is an absolutely stunning carving of that, and I hope you can see that. I've never seen the word more written on a little coffin before, and the fact that you've got this scythe coming out of it and this arrow is fantastic, and you can see it's been carved into like a little casket thing. Okay, so we're going to move along and show you this next section now, and here we have a lot of symbolism here. So this is obviously the all-seeing eye. I hope you can see this, the all-seeing eye, which shows like God's watchfulness or the Supreme Being's watchfulness. I'm not quite sure which of them it's referring to. And you often get these on Masonic graves. You can see that symbolism a lot with this all-seeing eye. And we go down a bit, and we've also got this fantastic column. And I was thinking, what's that mean? But it basically means the destruction of the state. And it was a more modern Freemasonry symbol, this column. So you don't see it on all of the graves, but that's what this column is. It's another typical Freemason symbol, but not as common as this one, which is the most common, the one that you see everywhere. You've also got here a trowel, which when a builder uses a trowel, he puts on the plaster and that sort of thing, and it basically represents the keeping together of the brotherhood, like the thing that binds them together, and that's what the trowel is. And then go along here and you've got this like plumb line, this measuring where they measure the plumb line, and that's to show, you know, when you're in leadership you should be level and fair. And so they're basically using their builders' tools to show how they should live in reality. And we also have the ladder, and this represents Jacob's ladder. In other words, the ladder that gets from this world and into eternity. So what a lot of symbolism there. You've got plumb line, the ladder, the trowel, the column, the all-seeing eye. So that's an awful lot to get your head around, but it's just a beautifully carved symbol with all these fabulous Masonic symbols all over it. And then towards the right of the grave, we have this beautiful measuring stick, and you've also got the triangle, which shows the supreme power of God. And I just want to point out this beautiful candle here. And the candle, it represents this on other graves, but it often represents like eternal light, or Jesus Christ, the light of the world. And as you walk through the valley of the shadow of darkness, it will bring you light. And as you can see, it's got a little candle snuff on the top of it. Can you see that? And it means that this person's eternal light, or its light in this world anyway, has been snuffed out. So basically you've got these two caskets, one with the candle of his light being snuffed out, and of course on the left hand side you've got the coffin with the side saying that this harvest has been reaped. And when you get an open book in the middle, it generally represents that they went before their time, and we know that they did because they were only in the 40s when they went. Wow, that's a lot of information. But isn't this beautiful? So I'm just going to step back a bit so you can see it better. So there's the ledger, and there's the name John, and you can see that you've got this centerpiece, and then you've got these two side pieces. And it was all carved in around 1813. Whew. Oh, well, that took a lot of getting through. So if you see a Masonic grave, look out for these fabulous symbols, particularly the square and the compass, and look out for the all-seeing eye. And if you can spot any others like the trowels or the little triangles, and if you're really lucky, you might come across ones that show the double eagle or something like that, that shows a really high level mason. So I don't know from this whether this was a high level mason or just, I don't know, a lower degree mason. I'm not sure, but we do know something about his life, and from the epitaph we can see that they obviously were really, really highly respected, and it wasn't just something that they were doing like as a bit of a hobby. It was obviously they were living by some of these codes, and that symbolism is written into this fabulous grave here in Willington. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you can add any light to it, I'd be really, really happy to read it, because any information that I can get that helps me to do these talks is fantastic. So I'll see you soon. So see you later.